the Kerala story, which releases amid a protest in Kochi. And the Congress has protested in Kerala. The Congress has protested against the Kerala story, and these are the latest developments coming in. The movie has released, and amid this, there are protests that is going on in Kochi. What we know that there has been security deployment in and around the cinema halls which are screening this particular movie, the Kerala story, and a few of the PVRs have also cancelled the screening of this particular film given the massive protests that are taking place. Controversial movie on ISIS brides, the Kerala story, releases today after Supreme Court as well as the Kerala High Court turned down multiple petitions seeking stalling of the movie's release. But there is precaution being taken at many states. In Tamil Nadu, and the state DGP has advised strong security measures around theatre screening the movie amid concerns over violence and protest. Well, in Kerala, PVR has cancelled screening at Kochi without giving any reasons.
मैंने देखी नहीं है फिल्म, लेकिन ये अगर फिल्म में ऐसी चीजें हैं तो निश्चित तौर से जो संस्थाएं जिम्मेदार हैं शांति व्यवस्था बनाने के रखने के लिए उन्हें उस पर ध्यान देना पड़ेगा.
My colleague Dharuni is joining us live on the broadcast. Dharuni, the controversial movie on ISIS brides, the Kerala story, has released today, and there are protests that are taking place by the Congress near the movie theatres. But the Supreme Court as well as the Kerala High Court had turned down these multiple petitions that had sought the stalling of the movie's release.
Well, in addition to the Supreme Court and the Kerala High Court, yesterday the Madras High Court had also dismissed a petition seeking a ban on this controversial movie. So after the Madras High Court dismissed the plea yesterday evening around 7 p.m., DGP Sailendra Babu ordered all commissioners and SPs that that adequate security should be provided to all the theatres screening this movie in the state of Tamil Nadu. So after this order, in fact, the police personnel have been put in place in all the theatres screening this controversial movie. In fact, right now I'm standing in front of Aegis Cinemas here in Trinagar area of Chennai. So this is a very prominent theatre as far as the Chennai city is concerned. So since 6 a.m. in the morning here, tens of police personnel, both men and women, they've been put in place to make sure nothing happens out of hand, no untoward incident takes place. The police personnel, they've been sitting here since 6 a.m. in the morning. So the situation is quite similar in other theatres across Chennai too. So wherever the movie is set to hit the screens, the police security has been beefed up. So in fact, in his letter to the commissioners and SPs, DGP Sailendra Babu told that there is that certain organizations and groups, they are against the release of this movie, and there is a possibility that these organizations and groups might indulge in protests and agitations when this movie hit the screens. So to prevent a law and order concern, to prevent any untoward incident from happening, adequate manpower and a proper security should be provided to all the theatres screening this movie is what Sailendra Babu had instructed to all the commissioners and SPs. So in fact, the first show of this movie is going to take place in Chennai around 1 p.m. The first show itself is going to take place only around 1 p.m. But even though since 6 a.m. in the morning the police have been guarding the theatres where these movies scheduled to be screened. So we'll have to wait and see. Until this point in time, no chaos or no untoward incident has come forward.
All right, Dharani, point taken. I'll come back to you. At this point of time, what we're getting to know that the Kerala story has released and the protest also is happening in Kochi. The Congress is protesting in Kerala and the stir is against the release of the movie, the Kerala story. My colleague Vivek is joining us. All right, we'll quickly get my colleague back on board. But as you can see, these are the visuals coming in from Kochi where the protests are taking place. These are the Congress party workers who are protesting in Kerala just outside the movie theatre, as we can see, because they are opposing the screening of this particular film. My colleague Vivek is joining us on the broadcast to give us details. Vivek, protests are taking place in Kochi near the screening theatres, and this is happening by the Congress party, which is opposing the screening of this film. Give us more details.
Yes, today morning at 10 o'clock, the first show of this movie, this controversial movie, Kerala Story, has just began. Amid security, high security, there was protest outside the theatre by Youth Congress activists. A group of Youth Congress activists came to the spot and raised slogans against the movie and said that this movie is only intended to destroy the communal harmony in the state. However, there was adequate security. All these Youth Congress activists were detained and have been taken to the police station. However, the movie is running houseful at this point of time. In Kochi, there are 2 screens, as we understand, because yesterday there were 4 screens that was allotted initially. That was yesterday morning when we checked the Book My Show website. We saw 4 theatres, but by evening we saw that the screening was withdrawn from 2 theatres and people who have booked the theatres have been sent messages. Now in Trivandrum, it starts at 11 o'clock and the next show is at 4:30, and after that it's at 7 o'clock. Remember, this movie is a movie that has made a huge controversy as far as Kerala is concerned. It's not just Kerala, but even other parts. There's a lot of directors, people from the film fraternity and the political spectrum have raised various questions as far as this movie is concerned. Because in the teaser, initially it said that there are 32,000 girls who have converted to Islam, were forcefully converted and were taken to ISIS. However, this was later denied by the makers of this movie. As of now, the movie's first screening has begun at the Shenoy's Theatre in Kochi. The movie is running houseful. However, there are people who are protesting outside the theatre.
Right. All right, Vivek, thank you for bringing us those details. At this point of time, viewers, we are slipping into a short break, but we will come right back, so stay tuned.